Hello, Africa, wherever you are. Right as we speak, there are conflicts in 10 African countries. Right as we speak, and I'll name just a few. There is a conflict in South Sudan, a conflict in the main Sudan. There is a conflict in Nigeria, the Boko Haram. And the major conflict in Dr. Congo, that is the DRC. There was also a devastating conflict or war in Angola for 27 years. That was from 1975 up to 2002, when the leader of UNITA, Jonas Khaero Savimbi, was killed. Right. My main focus is in Dr. Congo and the genocide that happened in Rwanda over 30 years ago. When there was a conflict in Rwanda, when there was a genocide in Rwanda, a total of 1 million people were slaughtered. That is the Tutsis and the moderate Hutus. But not even a single country from Africa tried to go and help the Rwandese. Not even a single organ. I'm talking of organs like the SADC, the African Union, the ECOWAS, and other African organs. Not even one of them tried to intervene and save the Rwandese from the genocide. For 27 years of the conflict in Angola, not even a single African country tried to send their forces in there to help the Angolans stop the killing. But my question is, why now are African governments so interested in Dr. Congo, the DRC? This is not the first time a conflict has erupted in that rich country, the richest on earth, judging by the minerals under its belly, that is worth more than 24 trillion, bigger than the GDP of United States. Why are African countries so interested? Is it genuine help? As we speak, about 14, if not more, South African defense forces were killed in DRC. You know, anyone from Zimbabwe, more than 100 of our forces were killed in DRC. The question is, I'll talk of my own country, where I come from, Zimbabwe. Our forces died for a few people. That is the top brass from the president and the top army generals. Those are the ones who benefited, not the country as a whole. Those soldiers died for nothing. You can't blame them. They were doing their duty. You can't blame the South African forces. They were just doing their duty. But the question is, who is benefiting? Is it South Africa as a country or a few individuals who are so interested in the minerals of that rich country? Africa, why can't we clean our mess in our backyard before we blame outsiders? If there are no forces of any African country in Sudan and other countries I have mentioned, South Sudan, Nigeria, Boko Haram, why DRC? It shows we are aiming at something to help ourselves, to enrich ourselves. I mean, the top leaders. In Africa, we don't have leaders. We have economic terrorists who only think of themselves, not the poor people. We should bury our heads in sand, in shame, if we see a rich country like DRC with poor people when it is the richest country on earth. Are we not ashamed as Africans, as black people? We are the richest continent on the planet. Why are our people suffering? African youth, wherever you are, wherever you come from, you might be from Guinea, Mali, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, South Africa. It's time for you to wake up and fight for what is yours. Let's stop blaming outsiders. I don't mean to say they are not there to be blamed, but let's look at ourselves first as black people, as Africans, before we blame outsiders. We are not the only continent that was colonized. Asia was colonized before by Europeans. Some countries are flourishing, the likes of Malaysia and Singapore. But look at our Africa. It's all poverty. You need to wake up. We need to wake up and pull up our socks. Thank you and goodbye. May God bless Africa.